the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted. Stay humble.
Yes, people, welcome to LRFC. Sorry about that. I don't know what just happened there. It's been a while. It's been a while. Yes. Lots to talk about, of course. We're going to be talking about the Premier League and what's going on over there. And then we're going to talk about Liverpool, of course, individual players and how the season's going so far and what we need to do to improve the team as well. I'm looking forward to this. Yeah, sorry I haven't been on for a bit, work and commitments I've got to do outside here. But yeah, it is what it is, isn't it, guys? I can't keep making promises, then keep breaking it, if you know what I mean. But I'm back now. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. Please do me a favor before you hit the comments, hopefully. Hit that like button, hit that subscription button, hit that notification button. I've come back and the subscriptions are going up, the views are going up. It looks good so far, man, and I'm really liking that. Honestly, all that work me and Neuro Beats have been doing, it's been worthwhile. So thank you very much. Appreciate that. Appreciate everyone that supports us always. Appreciate that everybody always gives us comments and likes as well. It's tough because there's a lot of us out there doing streams all the time, and you don't know which one to switch to. I understand. I mean, I'm not the biggest YouTuber, but I'm one of the longest YouTubers. So that's the only thing I've got. But yeah, thank you. Honestly, thank you, man. Whenever I ask for something, people always help us over here. And, always, do something add the ordinary. Like sometimes they mention us in other streams and try to give us, the recognition and all that stuff. And we appreciate that, honestly. We appreciate that. Yeah, so today we're going to be talking about, obviously, the Premier League. I haven't done that for a while, so I'm back doing it right now. And it's an interesting league, let's just put it that way. Everybody's doing their, damnedest to become the best team in England and in Europe, of course, as well. Because we've got some phenomenal teams. Sorry, people, I'm just doing my phone before we, continue. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Let me get the Premier League up, and we could discuss it. Yeah, let me just get the Premier League up. One second. Could go from downwards, upwards, because that's how it started, I think, as well. So we could talk about every team, result-wise, and all that stuff as we go along. I haven't watched a Nottingham Forest game. Like I said, I'll commit myself to watching games. But the Nottingham Forest one, I haven't watched, just to give you guys an update on that. I'm very bad at that. Very bad, to be fair. But apologies for that one. But the rest, I watched the highlights, some live. Whatever that's on TV, really, I watched it. So that's the honest opinion I could give you guys. Yeah, so let me go from here. I think it's the Bournemouth Arsenal game to start with. Could do that, and then we'll move on. Alrighty. It's just amazing. It's amazing. Life is amazing. Let's go. Let's go. Get the cold water ready. It's freezing, this water. Goodness gracious me. It's absolutely deadly. Kept it in the fridge for ages, I think, man. God damn. Absolutely freezing. Yeah, so let me make it slightly bigger for you. And then we can go on from there, if you know what I mean. Let's go. So we'll start with the Arsenal game. You know what I mean? We saw it. It was a strange game to watch, as we can see from here. Obviously, Bournemouth won by 2-0, so there was not even a response from Arsenal, guys, boys and girls. It was a strange Arsenal game. Let's just put it that way. When they're missing the likes of Odegaard and Saka, I think they struggle for some reason. I don't know why. It's like the creativity and the domination doesn't compute for some reason for them. And the passes go astray. They don't really do things that they normally do. But it shouldn't be. The amount of players Arsenal bought, it shouldn't be like that. It should be, a connection there some way, somehow with the players, even when the main players are not playing, which they don't have at the moment for some reason. But Bournemouth did deserve to win the game. But what people misunderstand, they think because of the sending off, Bournemouth played well. They did, but they were playing well before the sending off as well. That's what people haven't seen if you haven't watched the game live. They got the sending off because Bournemouth were, attacking. That's what's been happening throughout the game. And, Arsenal were making a lot of misplaced passes. There's not enough connection in the team. From what I can see, if a couple of players get off the Arsenal team, if you know what I mean. And that's what actually happened in the game. Bournemouth played pretty well, even with against 11 men. And at the end, they deserved the win. You know what I mean? It's just Arsenal. Maybe it's international football. Maybe that's what it is, guys. International football can be overwhelming. It can be an issue for teams because it stops the momentum, if you know what I mean. And when the players play with different players and they travel all around the world, they have to come back, and a few days later they're playing in the Premier League. This is what I'm trying to say. Whenever I talk about it, I always mention it. There's too many games, hence why these players come back different to the players that left in the first place, if you know what I mean. So I don't really, you could say, you could blame the manager of Arsenal, the way he put that team together and the way they played. But what else could he do? What other players has he got to put in there that can change the game, other than the ones that's there because of the injuries that they have? You know what I mean? It's not major, surgery or anything like that. It's only a couple of players that's off the team that's normally in the team, but they should have enough quality to beat Bournemouth as well. The likes of Trossard, you got Kai Havertz still there, you got Martinelli, who had a chance, by the way, but blew it as well. They got all these players that can, change games, and just they were just all over the place, and it didn't look good. It didn't really look good in that game. I'm just talking about it from a point of view of being neutral. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear bashing Arsenal and all that stuff. It's good to have, competitive teams, more than two teams, if you know what I mean, in the Premier League. So when it was Man City and Liverpool, we knew one of us is going to win it. You know what I mean? At the time. Now, if we've got a third team on in the same level, it confuses everything. So you don't exactly know who's going to win the Premier League. But yeah, Arsenal suffered their first defeat, deservedly so. To be fair, Saliba. I've said it, people. I don't really beat around the bush with Saliba and Arsenal players. If you haven't won anything, if you haven't consistently did something amazing, extraordinary, and there's evidence behind it, and a consistent level for the last 3 to 4 years, then you can't really consider their players world class, in my opinion. And I stand by that. I got a lot of messages after the game. You was right about Raya. You was right about Saliba. You was right. The one game doesn't prove what I'm saying is right, guys. And I mean, you just have to look at it on a consistent level. You see Saliba when he plays for France, it's not the same Saliba that plays for Arsenal, because Arsenal is built around Saliba. That's the difference. You know what I mean? They've got two pivot midfielders. They're pretending Rice is the number 8, but he's not. He protects that defense as well as Partey. So this is how they play. You know what I mean? They manipulate you thinking Rice is a number 8, but he's not. You know what I mean? Do you get what I'm saying, guys? But if you watch him throughout the game, he's always in front of that back four defending with Partey. So they got double pivot in front of a defense and a goalkeeper. So it's going to be difficult getting around that. When they haven't got that and they play international football, they get exposed for what they really are, which is just an ordinary defender that's learning his craft and eventually probably get to a world-class level, maybe. You know what I mean? I could never see these players like Saliba and all that competing for Ballon d'Ors. Let's just put it that way, people. You know what I mean? So it's crazy what's happening around the football. You know what I mean? I think like people throw around world class too easily without players earning it first. You know what I mean? In life, like I said, if you don't earn things, you're not going to get to the destination that you want. If you already, if you're already saying these players are world class before they are, you could actually ruin their career as they progress. And that's what worries me about these players. Even though they're rivals, I like watching nice football. Let's just put it that way, people. People, come on, man. I'm here for you guys. I know there's other streamers going around and all that stuff, but, hit the like button, hit the subscription button, hit the notification button. We're here, and representing you guys as always. Same time, majority of the time, we do it 12 o'clock, we do it 2:30 if I'm doing, nights on a continuous basis. But yeah, this is what I'm trying to bring you guys as well. So yeah. Arsenal deserve to lose that game. There's no doubt about that. They're going to recover. You know what I mean? They got Liverpool next. They're grand, at the Emirates. It's going to be a difficult game for them. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be a difficult game for Liverpool as well. We'll have to wait and see on I think it's on Sunday. So we'll have to wait and see like how that game goes. If they lose, are they at the title race 9 games of the season? I don't think so, because a lot of people are saying that 1 game away of not being competing in the title. It's wrong to say that. I mean, if you know football, there's always pace setters, and then they drop off eventually. Liverpool so far are the pace setters, but when we hit that difficult period, are we going to be the same? I don't know. We'll discuss that later, though, if you know what I mean, guys. So yeah, I think it's too soon to say Arsenal if they lose to Liverpool, are at the title race. They've only lost 1 game all season, man. So, yeah, I mean, still a long way to go. Everton, Ipswich and Everton are winning, man. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Very strange, you know what I'm saying? They won by 2 goals to 0, deservedly so. I thought like some of the Keane's goal, man. I don't know how he scored with the left foot, you know what I mean, over the goalkeeper, and just rolling around the net. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. Everton are not the most attractive team to watch, but they're effective with Sean Dyche's way of football, which is anti-football. Let's just be realistic here. Nobody watches that type of football in the modern day. Let's get it right here. So this is why people ask questions. Why is Everton still playing, that way? And they're right. They're right. Nobody watches that kind of, brutal, just no football being played on the pitch. Just a long ball from the back to the front, and it just doesn't make any sense in modern day. You know what I mean? It's just it's horrible to watch. But listen, they get the job done. And they got a 2-0 win. Ipswich away is always going to be difficult, but they got the 2-0 win. I don't know much about that game. I just saw the couple of goals they scored. But Everton, listen, they're gonna survive. They always survive in the Premier League. They're just gonna be in and around the relegation zone, aren't they? Just around there. But yeah, I think Ipswich. As for Ipswich, I think they're going to go down this season. I don't think they've bought enough. I don't think they could, survive playing like this. They should have bought 2 or 3 good players, solid Premier League players into their team, just to tell people we're here to stay and, we're here to compete, at least to stay in the Premier League. And they haven't done that. They came to the Premier League. They came into the Premier League with the same players that got them promoted. Yes, you could show loyalty, to those players that got you promoted, but it doesn't hurt to get some quality around that as well to keep you, in the Premier League as well. So this is what they've done wrong, in my opinion. But yeah, it is what it is. But they're gonna get relegated. Whether people like to hear that or not, they're gonna get relegated 100%. This was a good game. It was a strange game as well. Southampton 2-0 up. I think you see a lot of that in the Premier League. Teams 2-0 up, and then the other teams pick them back. As we remember, Brighton and Tottenham. Tottenham was 2-0 up at Brighton, and then Brighton beat them 3-2. It happens a lot, guys, and I think it's just the Premier League the way it is this season. I don't think there's a standout team that's a dominant team in the Premier League this season. Even I include my team. We're not playing the best football in the world, but we're winning our games. That's the most important thing from my end when I watch my team. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, big up, Andrew. He says, hey, lots of good stuff happening on this channel. Congratulations, you deserve it. Thank you, brother. Thank you, appreciate that. Your team on here are good people. Keep it going. Of course, man. We've got Nuri Beats. We've got Anton. We've got Uncle Rods. We've got the regulars in here, man. And there's a few people that's just joined that, like Mighty Mo. So yeah, I think we're doing all right, guys. As I said, I'm not here chasing glory every day. I'm here to be me, and I want all of us to be us, and just enjoy it together. At the end of the day, that's what's going to get you to the next level if you ever want to go to the next level on this on content creating, especially. I mean, please like, share, and subscribe, people. I appreciate that. Do that for us. Thank you. I don't know what to say about this, but it's the usual. Hey, Fuzzy, how are you? Amanda Stelby should take over Newcastle once again and come back to Newcastle United. Right? Yeah. If you want that, bro, it's up to you guys. You know what I mean? What's going on, Fuzzy? Who would be your ideal signing or come January? I said it the other day, a few days ago. Zubamendi, just get him through the door. I can't be asked, being a nice person and saying like, oh, he doesn't deserve it after he rejected us. Enough of that nonsense, man. If you want your team to be in the next level and competing for league titles, you got to get the best. In order for you to get the best, you got to spend it no matter what, and that's what we've got to do. I mean, and even if a player rejected us the first time, go back and see if he's gonna take the next step. What I like about Zubamendi, even though I disagree with it in the first time, is at least he's staying in his home team. You know what I mean? And that is no disrespect. You know what I mean, or anything like that. But Real Sociedad ain't Liverpool for number one, and number two, a player choosing his home team over any team. Don't forget he rejected Arsenal, I think Chelsea or something like that as well. So Steven Gerrard did the same thing. Did the same thing, and we accepted it. Listen, everybody wanted Steven Gerrard at one stage. Let's just be honest there. Every team in the world wanted Steven Gerrard, even including Barcelona, Real Madrid. It doesn't matter. If Steven Gerrard was available, they would have taken that guy. So that's how good that guy was, and he decided to stay with Liverpool. Even Liverpool wasn't even that good. You know what I mean? A lot of us say Liverpool at that time didn't produce enough for Gerrard, but he decided to stay, didn't he? So there you go, people. We always say he didn't have the players around him to win the league. I thought he did, you know what I mean? Especially that 2008 and 2009 season when you got Alonso, Mascherano, Fernando Torres, Albert Riera, Ben Hayoum, you got Carragher and Huppi at the back with Aga as well, and Skirtle there. So you got four solid defenders, and you got the left back of Aurelio, and you got the right backs of Arbeloa and players like that. So who are champions eventually, World Cup champions, European champions, and etc. You know what I mean? So we can't keep making excuses for players not to get the trophies that they want. The thing is, did they want it enough for them to win at that time? I don't think they did. I mean, so with Rafa Benitez in charge, the way he was playing, it just didn't compute on the pitch. We should have been more solid. We should have conceded a lot of goals. You know what I mean? And we had too many draws. If we went beyond that, maybe. Listen, the only team that win the Premier League is the team that works the hardest. Let's just put it that way. If you look at Man City, why they're always winning, they work the hardest, and they make sure they go through steps of the season to rest their players in between as well. Like I've always said, in the beginning, you don't see a lot of the main players. You see some players that are in and around the squad playing. The middle part, slowly the big players come back. The final part of the season, when they have to make a run for it, they get the big players back, and they they win the league. This is what I'm saying, guys. Like it's squad management, and this is what we don't do at this football club. Even on the club, I don't think we did enough of that. Last season, we was top of the league majority of the time, and we didn't do the squad, management very well because players got started getting injured, players started getting fatigued, and hamstring starts happening. Pulling the muscle here and there. It was just too much, and eventually, last 10 games to go, we just fell apart. So that's what I'm saying, people. Like, there's a lot of things to do in a season. You have to prepare in a certain way in order for you to win a league. And this is what I'm trying to tell people. I'm going to Anfield anyway on Saturday. I'm going to go on Friday, but I'm going to go Saturday to meet legends. The legends I'm meeting, they didn't make me. They said you could choose, but now you don't choose. So I've got Jimmy Case and Sammy Lee. I'm going to go to meet on Saturday. I can't wait for that. And I'll put that questions to them, like, why don't we do something like that at this football club? Why don't we tell our coaching staff we need to manage the squad, in a way that we could compete to the end of the season? And in the Klopp era, that's what we didn't do well. Hence why the likes of Fabinho, Firmino, Mane all left, in their early 30s or just about to hit 30s. Because they got run to the ground. Sometimes you can't blame the coach or the manager because the ownership don't really spend the money that you want in the squad strengthening. But sometimes you could say the manager wanted it that way as well. So we don't know until the book of Jurgen Klopp comes out eventually, people. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, but like I said, I'm gonna go on Saturday to Anfield. It's a do. We're gonna have something to eat down there. I'm gonna meet Jimmy Case and Sammy Lee. I'll ask them questions if I could film. If they let me, I'll do that as well. It's going to be very interesting, people. Just keep an eye on the channel, and I'll post some stuff for you guys if you want as well. I'm on TikTok as well. I will put some stuff on TikTok, and I will put some stuff on Instagram, and I will put some stuff, most of all, on my X account, which is 4079. So go and check that out if you want as well. Yeah, so yeah, this game, the way it went, it was just back and forth. It's just like a Premier League of old of the 90s. If you look at it, man, you know what I mean. And Southampton went 2-0 up. Leicester came back, with 2 goals. Then they scored at the end with 90 minutes. It was a good game. It was a good game. I think Southampton, they had the players sent off to them as well. So yeah. It was a good game. I really enjoyed that. It was like an old school Premier League game. This game, yeah. I don't know. I'm not gonna say Leicester deserved to win it because we don't know. I didn't watch the full game. I only watched match of the day, so it's gonna be highlights. It's not gonna be the full game. You know what I mean? So yeah. So the next game is Newcastle Brighton. I just about watched this, but that's an impressive result. Going away to Newcastle and beating them 1-0 in their ground. Whoa, goodness gracious me. Newcastle's not an easy team to beat, guys. You know what I'm saying? So it was always going to be like that as well. Yeah, I don't know what you want to say to that, bro. I told you already. Like, if you want it back, big up, Aaron, as always. Big up, brother. Big up, man. Good afternoon, guys. Hit the like button, please, everyone. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Have a great day on Saturday, Fozzy. I'm looking forward to it, Aaron. You know what I mean? I do get to meet legends. I've met Graham Souness. I met Ian Rush. I met who else? Kevin Keegan. Kevin Keegan was lovely. He's a gentleman, man. He's one of the best. He's my dad's favorite player, my uncle's favorite player. That's how we support Liverpool because of Kevin Keegan, innit? So yeah, it was great to meet him, man. I keep getting these invitations out of the blue nowadays, but yeah, I love it. I really love it, man. And I'm gonna go to the Brighton game after that as well, the weekend after. So yeah, it's just driving up and down from London to Liverpool. It's hard, guys. It's absolutely hard. But as I said, if you look at this game with Newcastle and Brighton, it's crazy, isn't it? Like, Brighton this season haven't been consistently winning. If you know what I mean, they are slowly transitioning to this management they got right now. It's ideas, but winning by 1 goal, 2-0, keep a clean sheet at Newcastle. That's impressive, guys. Honestly, that is impressive. I like that. But expect Brighton to be that. They'll be in around 10th position this season. Newcastle, I have no idea, man. Is their manager going to be staying for long? I have no idea. I don't know. Is their ownership still going to stay there? I heard there's some issues at Newcastle about the ownership. The prince in Saudi Arabia, it's got more, influence into that club than they first thought. So there's a few investigations happening in Newcastle at the moment, guys. But keep an eye on it, man. Keep an eye on it. Man United. Oh man, what a game this was. They went 1-0 down while the defender was off the pitch. The position he normally marks is where the goal came from. If he was there, would they score? We don't know. You know what I mean? So Brentford went a goal up while Man United were down to 10 men. He was cut from above the head. I think it was bleeding. The blood was just running down his side of his head. And you can't really, what they say, it's not like the old days, guys, where you could still, when the blood is coming out of your head, you still play. Those days are gone. You know what I mean? You could catch something from people now and all that stuff. So what they do is they have to clean it. They have to clean it. You have to wear a new shirt and you have to get off the pitch. And that's what happened to him. As soon as he got off the pitch, they had a corner Brentford and they scored from there. But listen, give credit to Man United. They came back in the second half stronger. And Garnacho scored, obviously, and then Højlund scored as well. Quite good goals, you know what I mean? I like the Højlund goal because the way the technical players got involved in that was just good. I really liked it because if you look at Eriksen's pass to Fernandes and Fernandes flicking it on to Højlund and Højlund going through on goal one-on-one with the goalkeeper and then chipping the goalkeeper, that's a move and a half, guys. That's technical football at its best. You know what I mean? I'm all about technical. I've always said it. I like technical players. I grew up on Baggios, John Barnes, and players like that. These are my players. These are the players, Stoichkovs, you know, Haji, Maradona. These are the players I love. You know, Rubin Sosa, who used to play for Inter Milan. Nobody knows about him, but he was phenomenal. You know what I mean? You're Litmanen, don't forget Litmanen, Ajax and Liverpool. It's just sad he came to that latter stage at Liverpool of his age. If he came earlier, Fowler would have loved him. Him and Fowler would have been a phenomenal partnership, Litmanen and Fowler. If he came earlier, that is. We saw glimpses, didn't we? We saw glimpses of them two playing together, but it wasn't as good as we thought it was. But yeah. Like I said, the way they set up that goal for Højlund, it's just out of this world. I love movements like that. Well, it just gave more. It gave more time for the manager as well. Ten Hag. I've always said that Ten Hag is not a good manager. But what do Man United actually need as a manager? They've tried everybody from Van Gaal to Mourinho. You know, they've tried everybody to Solskjaer. I thought Solskjaer got it right until they brought in Ronaldo. You know what I mean? That season before Ronaldo came in, they finished second. They had a young squad. Everybody was happy. The most dangerous thing in football is a happy team. I've always said that. The most dangerous thing in football is a happy team. And then Ronaldo came and just messed up everything at that football club. Talked about the locker room, talked about the training ground, started. Obviously, Man United don't spend a lot on the stadium and the training ground, all that stuff. But that's not that club anymore. I mean, it's not the richest club like Real Madrid and, you know, sustainable clubs like Liverpool. They're not like that anymore. It will take them time. You know, clubs come up when they win. Have you ever noticed that? Man United stadium was crap before Fergie came in and started winning things. They started rebuilding and then it kept on going and going and going and going and became the most powerful team in the world. When you're winning, look at Liverpool as well. When we wasn't winning, look at our stadium. Look at the way we was. It was all over the place. But when we wasn't winning, I mean, like, but as soon as we started winning, look what happened. Everything transformed. We started building the stands. We started getting the pitch right. We started getting the players. You know what I mean? It happens. When you're winning, things come together. When you're not winning, things don't come together. And that's what's happening to Man United right now. That's why they're suffering, you know, on the pitch and off the pitch. But listen, Ten Hag ain't the best manager in the world. But if they keep changing managers on a continuous basis, when are you going to get it right? You need to like stop somewhere, you know what I mean? And just throw the book at the window, start from zero, go with the youth and build the team from there. Stop thinking about winning. That's what you got to do, first of all. Stop thinking about winning trophies. Because since Fergie left, that's what you was thinking about. Start from zero, work your way up. I guarantee you won't regret it as well. That's what happened to us with Klopp. I gave up after Brendan Rodgers. I thought, like, we're buying Balotellis and all these nonsense players. We're never going to be the same anymore. What happened? We took everybody out of the team. That's not good enough. We slowly rebuild, and then, you know, we start competing with City, which is impossible anyway. If you buy one player, City will buy 3 players in the same side. So it's always going to be impossible. When that one player gets injured at Liverpool, you know, their 3 players will come in. You know what I mean? If anyone gets injured from their side as well. So You know, we only got one player in each position at the time. If Salah got injured, we haven't got adequate replacement. If Mane got injured, we haven't got adequate replacement. You know what I mean? We had Shaqiri, he was all right, but could he last 90 minutes? No. You know what I mean? We had Origi, could he last 90 minutes? No. Where's his career now? We don't know where he is. You know what I mean? He's lost in the wilderness now. You know what I mean? This is what I'm saying. Both of them as well, like Origi and Shaqiri. To be honest, if you look at Klopp's history in football, players that left him didn't perform in other teams because they're only used to one formation, which is the Klopp formation. You know what I mean? When they leave that, they never really do much outside that. Only Lewandowski, as I remember, and Hummel really did something good. So, you know what happened to him. That's what I'm saying, guys. But it is what it is. Yeah, Man United, just start from zero. That's the best advice I could give them. Start from zero. Big up John Conway as always, brother. Big up, man. I know there's other people doing streams, guys. You know what I mean? It's not a big deal. Like no one's commenting a lot. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not gonna cry about it. It is what it is. Yeah, so you know, Man United winning by 2-1. It's deserved, well deserved. But the thing with Brentford, since Ivan Toney left, they haven't got that target man up front. This is what they're missing, and I've noticed that with the Brentford when I'm watching them. They do certain things right, but you know, the final ball, and you know, and going to the other side of the pitch, and you know, and dominating more like they used to with Ivan Toney being up front. That, you know, the figurehead, the target man. It ain't there anymore. You need that in these type of teams. Need the likes of Ivan Toney. They need that. You know what I mean? Maybe when Harry Kane, you know, packs it in, you know, trying to be the top player in the world, maybe they could just sign him at Brentford, and you know, he could be the target man or something like that. But that's what they need. They need someone like that at front. These slight players that's, you know, good on the ball, but they're not good at holding up play and getting the players into the game. Ain't no way, man. This is why Brentford is not the Brentford that we know. Last season, the season before that, if that was Brentford 1-0 up, they would have won that game. Now they don't win these type of games anymore. That's the thing with Brentford, man. Yeah, they need that big target man like Ivan Toney, man. They need that back. This was a good game as well. I was watching it. I watched the highlights of it. Nearly fell asleep, but it picked up afterwards. Yeah, Jimenez scored the first goal for Fulham. I thought Fulham, okay, you know, Fulham is a good team. Look what they did to Man City at the Etihad. They dominated Man City. Let's just put it that way. If Adama had the shooting boots on, they would have been 3-0 up at half time, but he didn't. You know what I mean? I still can't forget what he did to Kyle Walker, man. He gave Kyle Walker a head start to run. Do you know how hard that is with a pacey player? You thought like Kyle Walker was just going to go. Then he just overtook him, and he overtook him again with the ball. I don't know how Adama did that. I still don't know how Adama did that. And everybody said, yeah, but you know, Kyle Walker is old now. No. Kyle Walker in the summer in Euros, he was defending in the last of Mbappe's and all these guys, and he was like pacing them. What are you talking about, man? Don't give me that. But you know, Aston Villa came back. You know, they're a good team, they're Champions League team now, aren't they, Aston Villa? So you expect them to do something in the game, and got the 3 goals back and won the game. It was a good game. To be honest, this weekend it was like watching the old Premier League. You know, the 90s. Everyone could beat everybody like that. That's what it looked to be, man. That's what it looked to me when I watched this game. I don't want to go enough on it. I only watch the highlights of it. To be fair, guys, I'm not that type of fan that's going to sit through games every single time. And then you got this game, which I watched as well. West Ham 1-0 up. I think Kudus scored the goal, of course, and then Tottenham just, you know, I don't know what happened. They just woke up. It's like they were possessed, you know what I mean? And they just started. They should have more than 4, to be fair. Started scoring goal after goal after goal. West Ham had no reply, and Kudus got sent off. You know what I mean? Because he couldn't take it anymore. Kept on like slapping people in the face, pushing people in the face. I don't know what he's thinking, to be fair, guys. You know, because this is the guy I want at Liverpool to replace Salah. This is the guy I've been, you know, advocating for and wanting at Liverpool. But if he's going to behave like that, then we've got a problem, haven't we, guys, man? We don't want a hot head like that at our club, if you know what I mean. Big up Cedric as always, brother. Big up those 2 players for Man United. Too good for them. I'm just shocked, bro. Like, you know, the way they set up that goal. I thought, you know, they passed that stage. I didn't even know Eriksen was still at Man United. That's how bad I am at football at the moment, guys. I didn't even know Eriksen was at Man United. And the way he set up that goal, like with Fernandes doing the flick, you know what I mean? Technical football at its best. I wish you guys could watch what I used to watch. Me and Anton, with his kids, was all about technical. We used to take that to the football pitch and we used to try that ourselves. That's how much we used to think like. And like a lot of people don't make it in England back in the day because if you're small, if you're not, a battering, like a bulldozer, you don't really make it. You don't really make it back in the day. You have to be something like that in order for you to let's just put it this way. If Messi was playing in England and he was English doing what he does, I don't think like he would have made it those days. That's how far I'm going. In the old days, you had to be a battering ram in order for you to make it, man. And technical players wasn't all that. It's like the likes of Zola coming into England that broke that kind of mold. You know what I mean? And they had to change their mind. Even Mancini plays for Leicester for a bit as well. I mean, the Lazio, Sampdoria's Mancini, Signori's. Look at that, people. Every Italian team back in the day, Juventus had Baggio, Lazio had Signori, Sampdoria had Mancini. See, they had technical players. AC Milan had Hule. Even the Real Madrid manager Ancelotti was a number 10. You know what I mean? And then you look at who else was there? Inter Milan. They had so many players, man. Some Bergkamp. Don't forget Bergkamp was there with Ruben Sosa, as I alluded to earlier. They're all technical players. That's what it was all about back in the day, man. And this is why the likes of AC Milan and teams like that used to win Europe on a consistent basis because they had those type of players. England refused to have those type of players. Now we're getting into that stage. We're winning in Europe nowadays. If you don't see the difference, people, you need quality players that can change games. And if you don't have that, it's difficult for you to win trophies, man. Yeah, like I said, Kudus, like his behavior was just appalling, man. But Tottenham, like I said, guys, they were like possessed me. Like the way they came back after that 1-0 down, goodness gracious me. Son still scoring goals, as you can see. Mohamed Kudus off, red card. Deserved, man. Don't touch people's faces, bro. Don't keep doing shit like that, man. It's not right. It's not right at all, man. Learn, I mean, be more competitive. Accept defeat sometimes, man. That's how football is. I'll talk about Liverpool later on. This game I watched live. Obviously, you have to watch Man City, don't you? They won by 2-1. I don't know what's a foul anymore in the modern game. Did I think it was a free kick? I thought it was a free kick to the goalkeeper, but it wasn't. But we'll continue anyway, man. Obviously, Wolverhampton one goal. They were obviously the first to score in the game, but they didn't really progress. They had a few chances after that. Semedo and all these other guys had chances, but they just couldn't finish it. This is what I'm saying when you're facing Man City. You got to be clinical in front of goal. If you score one and you got another opportunity, you got to score it. You can't really let go of those opportunities, and that's what Wolverhampton did. When they were on top, they didn't take advantage of it, and then Man City picked them back, obviously, with Gvardiol. What a goal, by the way. I mean, curl it with your right foot, his left foot, he curled the ball with his right foot above the goalkeeper. Bad goalkeeper, by the way, and scored. What a goal. What a goal by Gvardiol. And then, they came back at the end, last second goal from John Stones. But the thing is with Wolverhampton, like, what Man City is going to do. Like, this is what you do training for. This is why you analyze these teams. You know what I mean? This is why you watch a lot of videos about them. You don't give them corners and free kicks in the last minute of the games. You don't do that. And that's what they did. And this is how Man City came into the game and won the game. It was awful. It was awful, man. But, man, like, listen, I watch my football. Man City is not all that, guys. I'm being real. I'm looking at their players. They're not all that. They're not the team that we used to watch anymore. You know what I mean? They've got core issues, hence why they're not buying anyone. They keep telling you we're innocent, but if you're innocent, why aren't you buying the players like you used to before? You shouldn't have a problem if you're innocent. You can still buy £100 million players. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Big up Beijing Barnes. Please go subscribe to Beijing Barnes. They're doing great stuff down there, guys, honestly. Amazing stuff. He's got a great team behind him as well. Big up, bro, man. I don't know how to get hold of you anymore, Jake, man. Freaking hell. Big up, brother. Big up. Yeah, man. Big up, everyone. Yeah, it's a strange one. It's a strange one, you know what I mean? When you're watching Man City telling you they're innocent, but they're not buying the players that they used to buy anymore. Why? If you're innocent, you should still buy the players like you used to. Go and spend. Go and break the bank like you normally do. But they don't. just stand still and make excuses after excuse after excuse. You know what I mean? I'm tired of it, to be fair. People, we're getting a lot of subscribers, by the way. We just need to get to that 2,000 and we go again. We're getting a lot of views. I don't know how, but we're getting a lot of views now. And I like that. I really like that. I appreciate everybody that's supportive on the channel, man. Thank you to everybody that's, getting those views up, getting those likes up, and helping the channel out. We're independent, you know what I mean? I stay here, you know what I mean? I don't really go outside here anymore. Me and Newrabis are trying to build as much as we can as well. I hope you like the new graphics. I hope you like the new music that's come on. And like I said, on Saturday, I will be going to Anfield. You're going to see a lot of pictures, by the way. I'm going to do stadium touring and going to meet Jimmy Case and Sammy Lee. I mean, two legends. You know what's funny about them two? If you know Liverpool Football Club, them two are the ones who replace each other. Jimmy Case, and they're both Scousers, by the way. Jimmy Case left, and then Sammy Lee took over. That's how it was on the right side of Liverpool. I know I wasn't alive I was alive, but if you're a Liverpool fan, if you're a true Liverpool fan, you study the team, don't you? You look back in history, don't you? That's what you do. So that's how I know my football. I always look back in the old games, how Liverpool were good. And I've always said that about Liverpool, guys. They were way ahead of their time in regards to the way they played football and the way they reinvented themselves. There's no one that did that. That's what we need to get back to, especially under this ownership if they're not going to leave. You can't drop ownerships out, guys. They own the club. It's their club. They pay money to buy that club. So if we can't compete in a financial side of, compete with the other Premier League teams, you need to be smarter and do it in a different way. This is how we did it in the 70s, 80s. We bought younger players. Obviously, we bought, quality players with that, but not a lot of them, maybe one or two. And, we trained them in the reserves. And then when the other players had a resale value, we replaced them with them. That's what we did. And this is what we've got to do. You know what I mean? But it's too late now because majority of our players are over 30. You know what I mean? So it's too late now. But do you know what I mean, guys? Like, if you can't spend money, play it in a smart way. Buy similar players to the players on the pitch. Train them up. Get them ready. Let them watch that player. Let them learn from that player. And then when it's time to go, swap them. Simple as that. Simple as that. But like I said about this game, guys, Wolverhampton let themselves down, in my opinion. You don't give Man City chances in games. You don't do that, man. It's the worst thing you can do. And that's what they did. And they lost by 2-1. Did Man City deserve to win? Yeah, because the Man City are always dominant. That's what they do. They pass the ball about, bore you to death. You know what I mean? And, they get the goals eventually. But I've always said it. What do you actually study? What video analysis do you actually do? You know what I mean? Because when I'm a coach, I study those teams top to bottom. I look for their weak points. Where do I attack them to get goals? Where do I attack them to make them make mistakes? And nobody looks for things like that. And it's annoying. It's really annoying. Only certain teams do that to them. Wolverhampton actually beat them last season. That's the funniest thing about it. Wolverhampton actually beat Man City last season. So yeah, the studying part of the game is wrong the way team goes about it. This is what I say. We've been brainwashed from Man City, especially Pep Guardiola playing this type of football. Everybody's playing it. What's happened playing different type of football? Physical football. Hurt them. You know what I mean? So you could win games. Beat them in set pieces when you got a set piece. I mean, put your elbows somewhere. Put your toes on someone's toes. Do something different. Stop copying that guy. Because he's, like I've always said, who's going to be the best to get out of that formation if you're playing the same formation? The person that created it, right? That's what happens. He knows how to overwrite that formation. That's why he keeps winning with that formation. Everybody's doing the same thing. 4-3-3. This. Pep Guardiola does this, so I'm going to do the same. It's boring. Do something different, man. Do something different. Learn. If the only teams that actually beat them, the likes of Brentford and Crystal Palace and even Wolverhampton, before O'Neill came in, they played different type of football and they beat them with it. Look at Fulham, the way Fulham played against them last week. So 2 weeks ago, they battered them, absolutely battered them. If Adama had the shooting boots, Fulham could have won by 5 goals. That's how good that performance was. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Yeah, keep the comments coming, guys. I will come to it. Don't worry, man. I will come to it. Didn't watch this game, like I said in the beginning. I know Chris Wood scored, in 65 minutes. But Palace, people said to me about their manager. There you go, people. There you go. I warned you guys that, there's a lot of people messaging me, telling me that Crystal Palace manager should be Liverpool manager, should be Bayern Munich manager, because Bayern Munich were chasing him as well. And he rejected Bayern Munich to stay in Palace so he could learn learn stuff of the Premier League. Then eventually you go to a bigger club. Listen, this is what happens. When you give new ideas to players, when you first come in, it's there. The players are excited. They have to fight for their position. But when time goes on, teams find you out, and you don't change your formation, you get caught out. And this is what this manager is learning right now. I mean, so yeah, at least I think this is Nottingham Forest's first game at home they've won. So yeah, maybe listen, Nottingham Forest are playing well. Let's just be honest, man. Let's just be honest. As you can see in the league, people, Liverpool are top, Man City are second. There's the usual suspects, isn't it? The usual suspects. I mean, so Aston Villa are fourth, like I said, usual suspects. Brighton fifth, usual suspects. Now Chelsea's getting into it. There you go. We're going to talk about Chelsea. I was really impressed with Chelsea, by the way. Very impressed. Very, very impressed with Chelsea, by the way, people. Tottenham, obviously, usual suspect. This one, obviously, Nottingham Forest we're not really used to. Newcastle, usual. Fulham, usual. Bournemouth, sometimes they're there, aren't they? Man United, yeah, they deserve to be where they are. Brentford, yeah. Leicester, a bit shocked. I think I thought they're going to be in the bottom three for a while. They come back up. I didn't even know Ipswich was at the bottom three. Wow, great. Yeah, there you go. So look, if the likes of Wolverhampton are doing what they did against City, then I'm not wrong about City. I don't think City is that team anymore. You know what I mean? They're too defensive, in my opinion. They're not really the City, the technical, the fast pace that we used to see in the past. If you know what I mean, guys, that's gone out the window. If you know what I mean. So yeah. So we're gonna go. Obviously, we're gonna go to Liverpool now, and I'm going to end it there. So let's go. I like that music, man. Very nice music, isn't it? Very, very nice music, man. I enjoyed that. Let me just put the light up a bit. With the graphics. I know Klopp is behind me, people. I know we missed this guy. But I love Arne Slot, guys. I've got to be real. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing with Arne Slot. I've got no complaints at all. And I did say at some stage I do really like him. And I'm not going to back away from that. He is phenomenal. He's a phenomenal manager. So far, you know what I mean? Things can change. I know that. I know. I'm not going to jump ahead, guys. I know things can change. But Klopp is my manager, man. You know what I mean? This guy made me believe again. So I'm always going to respect him. I'm not that type of fan that's going to criticize the new manager or anything like that. But I'm always going to respect the people that done good for my football club, guys. So I'm always going to be behind Klopp, no matter what. No matter where he is. Good luck for him in is it Leipzig or Salzburg? The Red Bull stuff. That's where he is, isn't he? So now it's the comments and discussing Liverpool and discussing the individual players. Please, bring whatever you want onto the show. I am ready for it. I am ready. Okay. So this was the starting lineup for Liverpool, as you can see, people. We saw Kelleher in goal. Alisson's injured, as usual. You know how it is. We are used to it. We are used to it, my friends. We are very, very used to it. It's going to happen no matter what. Jota is going to be off. Did I say that? Yes, he's going to be off for a while, as always. It's going to happen, isn't it, guys? Big up, brother. Big up, man. Big up. Please subscribe to Beijing, guys. Please subscribe. Go and subscribe and help them out on the chat. These guys are brilliant, 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 brilliant. One of the best channels, in my opinion. I love watching it. I love watching it, man. Sometimes the conversation is so good on that channel, I have to pay money. I have to get into the bank account and pay them. They're so good, in my opinion. I got no FB, but I can come up for a chat. I'm gonna do something very soon, Jake. Trust me, you're gonna come up. Don't worry about that, bro. I set up this for only me today, so I apologize. Fozzy, did you check out Sunday show with us? And of course, man. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Of course I did. Of course I did, man. Listen, I like this new show. I like this idea. You know, this what you guys have with Flawless. People don't know. Me and Flawless did work together before in Judge Mo's channel when I used to go on there. So yeah, please go subscribe to Flawless. Please go subscribe to Judge Mo. They're great people as well. No issues with these guys. They're brilliant. I mean, I just don't want to go outside this no more. You know what I mean, I just want to build my channel here. That's what I want to do now, guys. Judge Mo's channel is just amazing, guys. He's one of the best guys out there. He gives everyone opportunities, and you know, he doesn't discriminate. That's what I love about Judge Mo. So go and subscribe to him, man. He's phenomenal. Flawless, Man United fan, one of the nicest guys I've ever met in my life, and I'm glad he's working with Bayesian Barnes and you know the crew. I love that because they're both nice people. They're both nice people. You know what I mean, that's what's so good about it. There's no egos. You know, different teams, rival teams, and if you watch that show, you will realize how good everybody is when they're together. That's what I said about content creating, guys. There should not be egos, man. We're all in the same boat. If someone needs help, go and help them. Why do you have to have an ego? It shouldn't be like that, man. We're brothers at the end of the day. I remember when people were nothing, and when they didn't needed help, all of us jumped on to help them. What's happened to those days, man? It should be always like that. Forget about the rivalries. We're all content creators, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's all about. I did watch it, bro. Of course I'm gonna watch it. I told you I was gonna watch it. When you told me, that's the best idea I've ever heard in my life. Big up Mighty Mo. We all know they are guilty, but they will somehow be innocent, and you can't compete at this point. Yeah, listen, it is what it is with City, innit? We can't. I don't know what to say about that because I know they're gonna get away with it, Mo. I know they're gonna get away with it. That's what they do. Money talks, bro. Look at the world we live in. Look at what's happening in Palestine. I mean, and you know, Iran and what do you call it? And Lebanon. Look what's happening over there, bro. They're attacking civilians. But when they retaliate, the Iranians, all that, they attack the military place, military, you know what I mean, base. That's what they do. But the ones who are attacking the civilians are the ones that's innocent, which I don't understand. This is the world we live in, bro. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess. Absolute mess, man. Yeah, so as you can see, the starting lineup, guys, come with the comments. I promise I'll read them. As you can see, the lineup, it's Kelleher in goal, Trent, mate. Guys, listen, I don't know what Arne Slot has done to Trent, but Trent is a better defender than he was before. I'll say it first. I know a lot of people don't agree with that, but look at Trent's defending compared to the Trent before, the lazy Trent that I used to complain about. He doesn't create much no more, but I think what they're trying to do is brushing up on his defensive side, and then, you know, they'll sort out the attacking side after. And I like that. I've always said that about defenders. If you're playing defense, right back, left back, centre back, your first thought is to defend. Second is whatever happens after that. And this is what I like about Trent right now, guys. He's defending better. Whether we like to say it or not, it's working. It is working, man. It is working. Fozzy, Mo Salah needs to got 2 goals to surpass God's record. Fowler's record. I don't say, I'm a Muslim, bro. I can't say that. You know what I mean? Sorry about that. Apologies. I gotta be real. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. There's only one God for me, and that's Allah for me. But yeah, like I said, and then you got Gravenberch and Curtis Jones. Yeah. I know I say a lot about Curtis Jones, but I have to talk about him today, and I have to say good things about him as well. Soboslai, goodness me. Robertson, goodness me. But Salah, Jota, and Gakpo. Although Gakpo wasn't involved in the game, a lot of people, what you need to understand is his defensive work and his work rate. You know what I mean? If you, like I've always said, if you're playing on the wings, if you don't score goals, and if you don't create, what's your get out clause? That's, you know, working hard for the team. And that's what Gakpo does. He works hard for the team and he doesn't stop running. And I've seen him a lot of times in the game being in that left back position, backing up what's his name, Robertson. Robertson, I'm worried for him, people. I've got to be honest. You know what I mean? Like, a couple of times, I'm not really busy. What am I doing? So, a couple of times, he got beat by the winger of Chelsea. And I was worried. You know what I mean? I think Robertson hasn't got that pace anymore. It's time to look for a replacement. I got to be real. I love Robertson. I think this could be his last season as a starter. If you know what I mean, I think it's going to be his last season as a starter. I don't think he's going to continue playing on a regular basis in the next seasons or so. He's lost that yard of pace. The way that the wingers of Chelsea dominated him, it was alarming. It was alarming. Yes, we won the game. Yes, we shouldn't complain. But if we don't, make people realize there's issues in the team, then how are we going to solve it, guys? You know what I mean? And he's becoming an issue, in my opinion. I know, like, people don't like to say bad things about certain players or whatever it is, but honesty is key. You're not going to improve if you lie to yourself. You know what I'm saying, guys? If Salah doesn't do what he does now in the next year or so, are you still going to say Salah is still the best winger in the world? No, you're not. You have to tell the truth. It's time to go, isn't it? So Robertson, he doesn't create like he used to anymore. He doesn't bum up and down that wing anymore. When players get at him now, they get past him. That's what's worrying me. So he's lost that yard pace. He's lost that ability to create goals from the left side. And now players are beating him. That's three things. That's three major, alarms that's going around my head. And I'll get worried about. And I have to be honest about it, guys. I can't sit here and be like other positive Liverpool fans telling you lies. You can't do that. Stop the rot before it extends and becomes a virus. You know what I mean? A regular one. So this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. Robertson needs help, man. He needs help. He can't play that many games. He needs help. I gotta be real. But listen, enough of the negativity. Let me talk about this guy. What a performance! What a performance by Miss. Sorry, guys, my alarm is playing because I'm going to work very soon. What a performance by man of the match, Curtis Jones. People, what a performance! You got to give him credit. Just had a baby. Maybe it's a changing way of life. Maybe that's what it is for him. I'm the biggest critic of Curtis Jones, but I'm not the biggest hater of Curtis Jones. There's two different things there, guys. The reason I criticize him, I know he's got the ability. I know he's got more to his game than he shows. That day, what he did against Cole Palmer and what he did for himself, it was just out of this world. I couldn't fault his performance. I personally think that's the best Curtis Jones performance I've ever seen in my life. Because number one, he was slide tackling. When did you ever see Curtis Jones slide tackle to stop a ball going in? I've never seen that. Number two, he was attacking and getting chances for the team. When did you ever see Curtis Jones do that on a regular basis? But like I said, I hope it's not because you got a baby, you're going to start performing like this. I hope this is a regular thing that's coming on regular. That's what I'm hoping for. You know what I mean? So it could be a change of life story. Maybe his story right now is to become that player we all hoped for him to be. And this is what I'm looking forward to. Man of the match performance by far. I mean, and you know what? I'm so confident in Curtis Jones' performance after that. I'll take this guy out. I know you guys probably agree with me as well, because this guy, what he does on the pitch right now, I don't want a supermodel. I want a guy who scores goals from midfield. I want a guy who creates goals from the number 10 position. And he doesn't do anything for me apart from running like a Henderson. Cheap Henderson. That's what I call him. Cheap Henderson. Knock-up version of Henderson. At least Henderson gave us leadership and more. This guy doesn't give us that. That's what worries me about Soboslai when I'm watching right now. He had a chance to shoot on goal. What did he do? He stopped, then he tripped over the ball. How you trip over the ball in front of goal? You score. You know what I mean? So what I'm thinking is, Curtis Jones comes in for him now. He sits it out. McAllister, listen, when McAllister's on the pitch, guys, we're more in control of the games. We're more aggressive, if you know what I mean. If you look at the Chelsea game the other day, there was more opportunities for Chelsea than we give out. When McAllister is there, we don't give a lot of opportunities for teams. That's what I'm trying to say. We don't give it a lot of opportunities. When he's not there, teams get a lot of chances. Let me give you an example. If you look at the Palace game, look back. When McAllister came off in the second half, that midfield didn't have the balance anymore. We was getting got at by Palace on a continuous basis. And if Eze had shooting boots, he would have scored that chance he had. That's what I'm trying to say to you guys. I'll put Gravenberch and McAllister for now until probably Zubimendi comes in Jan to play in that position, complementing each other, and I'll put Curtis Jones right in front of them. I love Soboslai, guys. I don't want to knock that player. I don't want to say bad things about Soboslai, guys. But he's not showing me enough to be in that number 10 position. A lot of people said, including myself, he is a number 10. When you're watching for Hungary, he's the Maradona of Hungary. When you're watching for Liverpool, he's a cheap, knocked off version of Henderson. You know what I mean? I don't want to see that. I want to see the guy who's controlling games, has finesse, does something out of the ordinary. That's what I want to see when I'm watching Soboslai. Shooting from outside the box, hitting top corners, doing those long free kicks that he scores for Hungary. That's what I want to see. And I don't see that from Soboslai. You know what I mean? So maybe Harvey Elliott and Curtis Jones should share that position now. And then we find a new position for Soboslai. Not a right back position, Nurabits. Sorry, mate. He's not a right back. He's not a right back. So let's just put it that way. But you know what I mean, guys. Will be weekly show on Sarcasm City's TV. Yeah, 100%. I know that. I know that. You guys said that, bro. Big up, bro. Big up, bro. Big up, bro, man. Congratulations as well, man. You guys deserve it. This way, I think you guys are gonna elevate to the next level, bro. So good luck, man. I'm always supportive of you guys. I told you the day I met you, bro, in Philadelphia. I've always supported you guys, bro. I think Palace will go down for the. Yeah, listen, this manager, he's not good enough. He's very problematic. Yeah, he is. He is, bro. He is. Big up Sideline Football Show. Please go subscribe to Sideline Football Show. He's a phenomenal content creator. He's on this channel a lot as well. We're gonna do a different show with him, so please go subscribe to him. Bless him. Jota will be gone for 6 weeks minimum. Oh God, what can I say, bro? What can I say? But let's be honest here. When Mr. Nunes came on, you know what I mean, we got to talk about Nunes, don't we, guys? Like I said, I'm talking about individual players. What a play! What a game he played. Okay, he didn't create chances. He didn't score a goal. He didn't really hit the goalkeeper. But what he did outside that, beautiful, great, absolutely great, man. So it just has to keep it going. But what I liked about Nunes when he came on is he held up the ball better. He passed the right passes. He done one pass, I think it was to Gakpo, like a first time pass, and he was through on goal. I mean, and everybody was saying, how did he do that? This is not Nunes that does that. From what I've heard as well, obviously off the pitch, they've been training with him. You know, after training, he's been doing after training sessions, which I've been saying for a while. He needs to start doing that to get better. Now they're doing that with him. He's learning, you know, that role, what he has to do, and everything will come together at the end. I really hope so, because I think he's a phenomenal. He's got the potential to be a phenomenal striker. I've never seen a striker in one game have 5 chances that he could score. If you know what I mean, guys. Can you imagine if that guy was clinical, like finishing 3 out of that 5 or something like that? That's clinical enough for me. I don't know about you guys, but that's clinical enough for me. So what Nunes did the other day, this world, Judge Mo, who's back for super chats. It's up to them, bro. It's their job, innit? It's their job, innit? It's their job. How is Chiesa for any news for tomorrow? I don't think it was a major injury with Chiesa. I think it was a slight injury. I don't know if it was a muscle tear or I don't know. It was a muscle issue. I think that's what they said. I'm not too sure, but that's what you know, when you hear things, that's what they say. He should be all right. He should be coming back very soon. It's not ligament injuries or anything like that. City are getting relegated. Yeah, well, we all hope that. Genghis, what's going on, brother? Much love and respect for Z and everyone in the channel. Big up, brother. Big up, big up. Yes, I meant Fowler, that nickname. Yeah, I know, bro. I know who you meant. I'm well awake to that. Don't worry about that, bro. I'm well awake to that. I know Fowler, what they used to call him back in the day. Fozzy, you know, the bigger we grow, we are going to help grow our fellow Liverpool fan channels. Yeah, listen, it's all togetherness, bro. You know what I mean? That's why I always say to you guys are always welcome in. Put your link in here. It doesn't bother me. You know what I mean? As long as I'm helping my Liverpool fans, that's what it's all about, bro. And you're spot on about that. We should be all sticking together anyway, man. We're in every group together and everything else. You know what I mean? So yeah, big up, bro. Though, big up, man. Congratulations, like I said, bro. Because you know, Flawless is a wonderful guy, man. One of the kindest person I've met. Bless, bro. You never walk alone, JK, man. Yes, brother. Yes. Dom is a bum. I'm done with him. Put some uh, what? Gorilla glue on his butt and stick him to the bench. Gorilla glue. Oh, gorilla glue. Oh my god. You know what, bro? I think he's better than what he is. I honestly think he's better than what he is. I think there's more to come to his game. I think with Soboslai, the issue he's having is he's starstruck. That's what it is. He's starstruck. He doesn't know when to give the ball. He doesn't know when to do his bits. He gets confused. He gets muddled up with his feet. Then he gives the ball away. It's just too much of that going on. I think this is where the management and the coaching staff come in and start saying to him, mate, you need to calm down. You need to relax. Pass the right passes, move the right time, do something out of the ordinary like you normally do. That's what they need to like tell him, bro. I honestly think you don't make that many mistakes that he does. Because not enough messages have been delivered to him. I think because if you look at the mistakes he does, Bayesian, it's the same mistakes in every game, bro. So I don't think in the training ground they tell him enough, for him to rectify those issues that he has. That's what I think, bro. Every game is the same. If you know what I mean, it's like deja vu. It's like Soboslai has done this the last game. He's doing this again in this game. You know what I mean? So he needs to be nurtured, mate. He needs to be nurtured. He's only 23, bro. He's only 23, so he's gonna learn. Obviously, you have to call out bullshit. It's being honest, 100%, bro. I've always said that. You know what I mean? If you don't call it out, then it's gonna continue, isn't it, bro? Yeah. I'm thinking Dom is there for his defense first, hard running and simple passes, but definitely no number 10. He is a number 10, bro. He is Genghis. He's actually a number 10, but he doesn't play like a number 10. I'm not looking for a guy like Henderson, a cheap, knocked off version. I'm sorry, mate. I don't want to see that anymore. I want to see more from this guy. But like I said, this is something you saw out in the training ground. We know he's got more to his game than what he's showing. So unless what they're doing with Darwin Núñez right now, they're working on his ability to hold up play, to make the right passes, to take the right shots. To run in the box at the right time. This is something that Dominic Soboslai as well. Don't be afraid to shoot. Don't be afraid to make that pass. Don't be afraid of Salah. Don't be afraid of Trent. Don't be afraid of McAllister. These players around you who have as much as quality as you. Don't be afraid of that. Use your quality to your advantage to get you better as a player. That's what he needs to do, in my opinion, when I'm watching Soboslai. But keep the chats coming in, man. Keep the chats coming in. I appreciate that. As I said, Trent's defensive side is amazing, guys. But I'm going to move on to Salah. He's got 162 goals, but he's on the verge. I think Henry has got 175. I think that's what he's got. So he could break it very soon. But if Salah breaks that, is Salah the GOAT? That's the question as well. That is the question. We'll have to wait and see, innit? We'll have to wait and see. Like I said about Robertson, guys, I am worried. I am worried about Robertson. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. I'm worried. Virgil's about to sign a contract, apparently, and his representatives are in talks with Liverpool. Hopefully something is going to come out of this because, I don't know if you guys notice, when Virgil plays well, Liverpool play well. The only time we don't play well is when Virgil doesn't play well or he's not in the team. If you look at that season, we finished third. Majority of the time, I think it was 8th or something like that. And we came back. It was the COVID season, the original COVID season when Man City won about 86 points. Virgil wasn't in the team. You know what I mean? He had a ligament injury. We struggled for defense. Remember, we had to play Henderson and Fabinho there. The team didn't do well. We put Reece Williams and Phillips at the end, and we got a 10-game winning run. And we finished third. The other season we didn't play well was when we signed Darwin Núñez. That was probably Virgil's worst season in the history of Liverpool Football Club. But when he picked up again last season, look how well we did. I mean, we should have actually, won the league. If you take away those decisions, those bad decisions, and those draws that we had, we shouldn't have had, we probably would have won the league. I mean, so, and the injuries that we had, and Salah and Endo going to African nations and Asian Cup didn't help either. You know what I mean? So now Virgil, under the radar, is playing the best football I've seen him since he joined Liverpool, and nobody's talking about that. We've only conceded 3 Premier League goals this season. It's not just down, obviously, to Alisson and Konate. Virgil plays a big part. You know what I mean? He's quietly taking things away from the opponents, and nobody spotted that. Like I've always said, when Virgil plays well, Liverpool play well. When Virgil becomes the best player on the pitch is when Liverpool actually compete for league titles. Last season, this season, he's been the best defender again. And now look what we're doing. He's 33 people, you know what I mean? He's not a young guy. And now look what we're doing on the pitch, guys. So you got to keep an eye on Virgil, man. I don't know if people watch it, but he's under the radar. He's been the best defender in the league so far, man. Forget Saliba, forget about Diaz and all these nonsense players. Just watch Virgil, man. Under the radar, mate. He's been brilliant. So that's the league, people. As you can see, Liverpool are top. I'm happy with that. Where am I on the chat anyway, man? I've got one there, but where was it? There you go. Yeah, big up everybody. Everybody's in the house today. He's marked Palmer out of the game. 100%, JK. I loved every moment of it. What I liked about Curtis Jones as well, let me go back to his picture. Sorry about that. What I liked about Curtis Jones as well, bro, is when he went back and won the ball back and then went forward to create more chances for the team in order for us to score goals as well. Jones' new baby is Palmer, had him rocking to sleep. I saw that picture, by the way. It was funny. I'm not the biggest fan of Curtis Jones and wanted sold this season, but he did really good. I wish he gave us that for most of the season. He will cook. Yeah, this is what we're looking for next, bro. We're looking for consistency from Jones, isn't it? As soon as he gets that consistency, then we don't have to argue about him. Like, have some impact in the game. Nobody's asking for much, you know what I mean? If you can't score goals, create goals. If you can't create goals and score goals, defend for the team. Put yourself about. Gerrard wasn't the best player on the pitch every game that he played, but he made sure he's in the game some way, somehow. Mane wasn't always the best winger in the league, but he made sure he was in the game some way, somehow. That's what I'm trying to say. Great players, even when they're underperforming, they are in the game some way, somehow. That's what I'm trying to tell people, man. Nobody dislikes Curtis Jones. Everybody's rooting for him. He's a local lad. We want more from him. That's the thing. I mean, so this is what he needs to do next. Curtis Bulls are. Don't want to say that. Don't want to say that. Don't want to say that. Big up. Dominic Hairflick. Yeah, he's becoming a model, bro. He's becoming a model. That's the saddest thing about it. If I wanted a runner, I would have signed Usain Bolt. I need a proper number 10. Yeah, I understand, bro. I understand. Fozzie, do you think we get in Subamendi? Yes, I think we are, bro. I've got this feeling. If you don't sign players in the summer, as we didn't do in the past with lots of Virgil, we get them in January, innit? And this is the same regime that did that actually at that time as well. So and Real Sociedad, last time I looked, they were 15th. They might have won. I don't know. They're not doing so well right now. So I'm assuming something's gonna happen, mate. 100%. Now for he is a bum. Sell him. He ain't going to be any better. The shirt is too much for him. That number 8 shirt is too much for a lot of people, bro. Husam cries for super chats. He's never supported or sent a chat himself to anyone, but just accept to receive them. Listen, bro, it's up to him, innit? It's his channel. Let him. If people like that, they like that. If people don't, they don't. I mean, I don't work with the guy, so I don't know what to say about him. So I mean, I worked with him when he first started. That's about it, really. Now we don't really know each other that well, so maybe the guy changed since I've known him. It's up to him, innit? It's his life. It's his shows. You know what I mean? The more he's controversial, the more people like it. So let him be. Good on him. I say. At least he's winning. You know what I mean? Not a lot of us are winning, being honest. You know what I mean? There you go. 103 games is starstruck, but every game I like Dom either way. He's still keeping him. Yeah, 100%. Guys, I know this guy keeps repeating the stuff. Let him. I mean, let him. He wants Newcastle and Amanda to stay. I mean, it's up to him, bro. Dom had a chance late to shoot the ball and decided to dribble and ran straight into Chelsea player. Bum. It made me sad when I saw that, bro. Like I think, like, bro, when are you gonna start, cooking? It's just too much of the same and different game. You know what I mean? It's too much. Mo is gonna sign. He's got loads of achievable records to break. Yeah, listen, he wants to be top scorer for Liverpool in the Premier League. He is, I think now. He's gonna. I think he's. I don't know if he's over Fowler yet. I'm sure he's not yet. I don't know, but yeah, listen. I've never seen a winger from the right side score as much as that. I've never seen a winger period score as much as Salah. So he's great, man. He's great. He's gonna break something. You know what I mean, he's joined with Defoe now, Jermaine Defoe. That's a strike up, guys. That's a number 9, by the way. Guys, it is 8 p.m. We play tomorrow. Big up. Big up, Uncle Ross. Please go subscribe to Uncle Ross. Please go subscribe to Uncle Ross. Guys, that's me done, man. I appreciate everybody that's been on. Is the pressure on Arsenal or Liverpool biggest game of the season? The pressure's on Arsenal. We've done our bit, you know what I mean? We've won the most games this season. We've lost one we shouldn't have lost. If we played that game again, we'll batter Nottingham Forest. That's a bit real. I mean, so the pressure's on Arsenal, guys. Like, they have to win their game in order for them, to stay up there. You know what I mean? So they've been hot and cold this season. I think they got a lot of draws and they lost already. They were saying we're going to be invisibles again, part 2 and all this stuff. You're not going to be invisibles anymore. The pressure's on Arsenal. They're at home. They have to win the game. But we need to go with the attitude of less pressure on us, but be more cautious. Let Arsenal come on us, and then we hit them on the counter attack. And we need to make those set pieces count as well, guys. We get a lot of set pieces, not in the Chelsea game, but before that, like 10, 15 in a game, but we don't make the most of it in games. That's what pisses me off when I'm watching us. I mean, we need a set piece training. Like, we need. If I was Liverpool, I'm gonna tell them on Saturday. If some people are there, I'm gonna tell them on Saturday. We need to practice set pieces. When these teams do make it difficult for us, we don't really take advantage of the set pieces that we have. So we need to make that count. We need to make that count. 100%. Yeah, the pressure is on them, bro. They have to win. They've got no choice. They've got no choice. Fozzie, who's them cut me out of nothing, as you know. Yeah, bro, it is where it is, isn't it? That's it's his channel, isn't it, bro? It's his, I know him being his halftime panel, and he's just a narcissist, bro. I don't want to say anything bad about other people. I said I'm changing my way. Going back to what I was, which is like just fuzzy, and don't want to get involved in other people. I'm never gonna be talking to him, so there's no point me even talking about him. I mean, I haven't talked to this guy about 3 years now. So what are we gonna talk about now? I mean, that's what he said about me. I worked with Fozzie 3 years ago. That's it. So that's how I'm the past from him. I'm not the present with him. So you know what I mean, I'm the past, and I want to stay the past. I don't want to talk about this guy, and he ain't my friend. You know what I mean? He's not someone I always call and we chat to each other. Yeah, I mean, I'm doing me. I'm going to Anfield, watching my team. I'm going to Philadelphia to watch my team. I'm going to wherever my team goes. I'll go and watch them if I've got the time to watch them. That's me, bro. You know what I mean? So I'm going to, like, 2 weeks in a row. Like, I mean, that's crazy, man. I'm going to go this weekend to go and meet Jimmy Case, Sammy Lee. I'm going to do a stadium tour. I'm going to go look at stuff. And, the week after that, I'm going to watch Brighton. That's me. That's my life. That's my life. And I love my life the way it is. And nobody can take that away from me. You know what I mean? Yes. We will beat the breaks of Arsenal on Sunday. Watch. Remember that I said this. Oh, listen, we will, mate. I've got more of a hope beating the big teams than the smaller teams, Beijing. You know what I mean? People said Liverpool had an easy run in the beginning of the season, but forget these are the type of teams we actually lose to. Why didn't we win the league? Why didn't we win the league last season? We lost to Crystal Palace at home, but we beat Crystal Palace this season, and they're saying that's not a tough game for us. You know what I'm saying, man? You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying, We have call-in show. Yes, there you go. Chicken tikka masala. Chicken tikka masala. There you go, bro. Listen to Mr. Beijing Barnes. There you go, bro. There you go. If I'm free on Friday, I think. Oh no, I can't be free on Friday. Sorry, Beijing. I'm gonna go to Liverpool on Friday, innit? Around 2 o'clock. I'm gonna drive up there. So hang on. Maybe in the hotel I could come on. Yeah, I'll try as well. 100%. It's like we struggle on the bottom team. We struggle with the bottom teams. I love what's happening. It's not the most attractive football to watch, to be honest, Beijing, but we're effective. And as I always say, at least, you know, not at least, but with the manager, he hasn't played the way he wants to play just yet. So we still got room for improvement, if you know what I mean, brother. This is not his players that he's playing with. He's only signed one player, Chiesa. So the head coach, sorry, not manager, head coach, has still got time to implement his ideas. And believe it or not, guys, there's coaches still coming to Liverpool that's helping out, Arne Slot. So we're gonna have probably a throwing coach. We're gonna have a set piece coach, you know what I mean, and things like that. So a lot of stuff to come. Guys, let's look at the Premier League one more time. Obviously, this is the games that's finished. And there you go. 8 games. Liverpool top of the league. Doesn't that look like pretty, guys? It looks pretty, innit? It's like the old days of Liverpool, innit? Being top of the league on a regular basis. There you go, man. We can do a panel show Friday. I'll call you later for the plan. Yeah, listen. I know you guys do a late one. I'll get to the hotel on Friday in Liverpool. And yeah, because I could be on. I could be on if you want me to. No problem. Yes, there's the league. People, stay tuned. I should be back maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. I got to do this consistently, don't it? The channel is partnered with YouTube now, so I got to do consistent stuff. The views are going up, the likes are going up, and everything as well. People watch it after as well. I like that. Yeah, so I'm done out here, people. Let me just put the last comments like I always do. Don't wanna, there you go, chicken tikka masala. There you go, brother. Okay, people. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you soon, yeah? Take care, everybody. And I appreciate everybody, by the way. Thank you, chat, for coming on and helping me out today. I really appreciate it. You guys are wonderful people. You know what I mean? You gave your time for me when other streamers are doing their things to help me out. And I love that, man. We might not have a lot, but to me, it's a lot. If you know what I mean? To me, it's a lot. Thank you, Beijing, man, as always, brother. All right, time to go. Time to get ready for work. Probably a little snooze before then. Then I'll come back for you guys. Take care, everybody.